And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to FPL, don't panic. This will be a very, very quick one. Just a final word before game week 25. Deadline 19 hours away, as it is here in New Zealand. Well, as it is anywhere in the world. Just that it's actually, you lot are asleep, I should think, at the moment, or about to go to bed. And I'm about to go out for the day to the beach. Absolutely glorious out there once again in New Zealand. So myself and the missus are packing up a little picnic basket and gonna chill out. Basically, I want to just lock this all in now and be about as chilled as my turtle is up there at the moment, sunbathing under his heat lamp. What do I want to say? Okay, I was pretty much finished for the week on the videos, to be honest with you. But I realised I hadn't updated my my little averages, my number sheet. It just actually has made a decision kind of for me, depending on how this game week goes. As you know, sort of trying to just sort of track these averages just to see how far I'm falling off the pace or on pace. You know, the ambition at the start of any season is to get a 70-point average by the end of the season. Last season I finished on about 66 points, just over 66 points average. That, if I was doing that this year, would have me number one in the world. And I think it just shows you, as I say, as you look at my little chart down there, just shows you what a weird bloody season this is. It is just the strangest season I think that many of us have seen. I haven't been playing that long, to be fair, about 3 or 4 seasons. A lot of you have been playing a lot longer than me. Yeah, very, very strange season though, because I actually did check numbers going back in previous years. The winner normally finishes 72 to 76 point average, usually sits in that 73, 74 area. But even on this game week that's just gone, where there seem to be some high scores around, my own average just went up just a fraction. Nothing to write home about, but it did go up just a little bit. The 500k average, yeah, went up just a fraction as well. 100k average went up barely went up. The 50k average actually fell a little bit, you know. So and as I did and the number one average pretty much stayed. Yeah, that actually dropped a fraction as well. It's a strange old season. 66.37 average, and honestly, you know, it's obviously the season that everyone's experiencing it, but you know, 66.37, that normally have you about a 50k, about 50k. So what is these numbers telling me? I think it's telling me where there's life, there's hope. You know, currently, what would I be? You know, only 22 points off 500k. Now, I'm still going to find those 22 points, but it's retrievable in one game week, fundamentally. I can remember last year coming into the last 8-9 games of the season, but in some of my mini leagues, certainly I was, you know, was 70, 80, 90 points off the top, and actually managed to win them. Now that's chasing down 2 or 3 people, not a million people, 500,000 people, but I think we're moving into a part of the season where a lot of people are starting to throw their Hail Marys, and they will be taking punts, and some of those punts will work. Some of those punts won't work. They'll do more damage than good. And I think, as you know, as we get through these, certainly, you know, and as I track things, you know, certainly to game week 30 really is just to try and keep a cool head, isn't it? And not do anything daft like the -12 that I thought about. However, as I sort of look at the team and look at the potential doubles, I'm trying to get a handle and project, you know, what are these doubles going to look like? Who's going to have good doubles? Where would we want to play our triple captains, our free hits, our bench boosts? You know, I think that's where some ground can be made up if done correctly. So I haven't made any decisions on free hits and bench boosts. The free hit could well happen in double 23, and make sure I've got enough transfers, you know, to you know, come out in blank 34 with you know, at least 10 players on the pitch, hopefully 11. This is a story that's going to unfold as the FA Cup matches unfold. My dream would be to get through blank 34 and have managed this so well all the way through in the spreadsheet and filling in the things that by the time I got to double 33, I'd have a full team out there and and be able to handle double 33 without a chip, without using the free hit. That's fairly unlikely, but it's aspirational. I mean, the reality is it'll probably be the free hit in double 33. That is the reality, and hopefully I've got a good enough team from 32 that goes into 34, and it looks good. That really is. I have not set out a definitive chip strategy. I think that's going to start to unfold, you know, as the FA Cup matches unfold and we see who is really falling into these doubles and what the blanks are going to look like. But I think the reality is make sure I've got plenty of transfers in 32 for a good team, free hit double 33, and hopefully come out in the blank 34 with a decent team. It's going to be a work in progress, that one. However, the chip that I think I will play, now I have been thinking about it, crunching some numbers on it, looking at the gaps that I've got to make up to try and at least get the top 100k, but not give up on the top 50k. I think the 10k is probably getting a bit out of reach, to be honest with you, and that was my target for this season. But I think 50k is still doable, but it won't be easy at all. But I think my wild swing, and I don't think it's necessarily a wild swing as I look at it, is the triple captain. And I think I might put it on Gabriel in the double. I've certainly decided not to take any hits this game week. I think Timber, you know, and I was nearly going to just take the hit and bring Timber in for probably for Chow, but he's missed training. And even as I looked at what is the upside in taking that hit? And we've seen how many of my anytime I take a bloody hit, most of the time, 99% of the time they haven't worked. I think the only one that's worked for me has been Enzo. Yeah, just you know, what's it? Okay, yeah. So Timber, yes, maybe he will play, but for there to be upside, he's got to get the attacking return. And who's to say that Chow plays, gets his 2 appearances, gets some DEFCON, and you never know at St James's Park, might keep the clean sheet. It smacks of one that could backfire massively, and yes, I could well be kicking myself if Timber does play and bags a goal or an attacking return and gets the clean sheet. Just going to go with the team as I have it. I do have some thoughts. I might potentially take a hit in 26 that could work for me. We'll talk about that when we get to 26. But the triple captain and Gabriel, 2 decent fixtures. Always a decent chance of the clean sheet. Always a decent chance of the goal. With Gabriel, you know, appearance points, DEFCON. You know, if you could pick up over the 2 fixtures, you know, 1 set of appearance points, one goal, 3 bonus somewhere, a couple of DEFCON, as clean sheet points, a triple captain on it, that's 51 points. Now, a hell of a lot will be captaining him, of course. I'd say the majority, I would suspect, would captain him. But that triple captain chip on there with 51, 60 points could be a really, really good boost. And it could be more. I mean, maybe he gets 2 goals, maybe he gets 2 clean sheets, maybe he gets 6. I don't. Highly unlikely. I don't think I'll see the 100-pointer. Will there be better captaincy options, triple captaincy options further down the track? Maybe. But we don't know. We actually don't know that. I think the City double doesn't look that great. That will come in 36 probably. Doesn't look that massively attractive, and we've got a Haaland bang out of form, and who's to say he'll even be on the pitch by then? Maybe City season's done and dusted and they're just resting key players or they're focusing on Europe. Who the hell knows? think this is one where I have to play what's in front of me. I know there's one or two. I think I was chatting to Dean yesterday, and he said he reckons he's going that way as well. And if I can help, if I don't trust myself, maybe I can at least trust our league leader, who's absolutely flying at the moment and close to the top 2,000. That may well be a decision, I think, and it is a bit of a swing. You know, at worst, maybe just gives me a wee boost and a bit of a rank jump. But if it goes extraordinarily well, who knows? It might, as I say, crack me into that that top 500 at least. By 26, I'd like to make it in this game week. It feels unlikely. The gap's not as big as I thought. But as I said, it's more, as I say, as I look at these, we know what it is to get to 500k, 100k. A little bit far away at 89 points of a gap to 50k. But I have to do something. And as I said, then when we get into these doubles and blanks, if I manage that well, who knows what we can retrieve from there. But by 30, I've got to be somewhere near that top 100k to have any fighting chance whatsoever. So I reckon it will be the triple captaincy on Gabriel in 26. What do you think? Are you guys? I'm sure one or two of you must be thinking about it. The games are there. Gabriel is, I think, on the points average. And this is again, normally you expect. Normally I'd have one or two players in my spreadsheet that are, hitting, a fairly consistent, 9, 10s, 11s, 12s. I haven't had anyone really this season. It's been a consistent 11, 12, 13 pointer. It's been very, very, very low. And at the moment, we've got Gabriel just showing a 6.6 there, but that's not his season average. I mean, he's been sort of 7 and 8 pointing it very, very regularly. But we know the mega hauls are there. Rice, set piece, a couple of headed goals from Gabriel, clean sheet, a little bit of DEFCON. Where there's life, there's hope. But it's the hope that kills us. Take care, have fun, play your own game. Good luck with this game week. Hopefully maybe showing you some of those numbers. Some of you that may be in a similar position to me, or some of you that are up 500k seeing, hang on, I'm not that far off the 100k. And some of you are at 100k realizing, shit, I'm not far off the 50k. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of encouragement, a bit of thought as to what you might do to make up that ground. Listen, I'll see you lot in 48 hours. Take care. Bye-bye.